the easy part. It says write the first 6 terms of each arithmetic sequence. So a sub 1 is your first term. Okay, and they're telling you that your first term is 150. Hey guys, if you don't care or if you're bored and you want this semester to be over yesterday, then just be quiet. Okay, I'm not going to talk over you. I have a job to do. You do whatever you want to do, but shut your mouth. They're giving you your D value. That's the number that they call the common difference. D is called the common difference. That's the number that's being added every single time. A sub 1 is the first value of your sequence. The 1 represents the first value. So they're saying give us 6 terms. So it's going to be 150 plus 30, which is 180. 180 plus 30, which is 210. 210 plus 30, which is 240, and so on. 270 all the way through 300. Make sure you have 6 terms because that's what the directions are asking you to do. Okay? Not very hard. Example 2 is telling you that the first term in your sequence is negative 12 and your common difference is negative 5. So a sub 1 is negative 12. We add negative 5 to that. We get negative 17. Then we get negative 22, negative 27, negative 32, and then negative 37. Possibly be one of the easiest things you've ever done, but you have to understand a sub 1 is the first term, D is your common difference. It's what you're adding every single time. Alright, example 3 is a recursion formula. A lot of people don't get that. You're just going through the motions, just writing a bunch of stuff down. So let's look at example 3. It's a little bit more complicated the way the problem is set up. In example 3, it says that any number, a sub n, any number in your sequence, is equal to a sub n minus 1 plus 20. So what people don't understand is this a sub n minus 1 is the term before the one that you're dealing with. Okay, so if n were 5, if you were looking for the 5th term, then you would take n sub 5 minus 1, which is 4, which would be the term prior to that term, and you would add 20. So anytime they use that n minus 1, it's talking about the prior term. The prior term. That's the prior term. They're telling us that we're going to start with the first term of 50. So the first term is 50. To get the next term, you're going to take the prior term, which is 50, and you're going to add 20. So 50 plus 20 is 70. To get the third term, you're going to take the prior term, which would be the second term. That would be 70. And you're going to add what? 20. To get the fourth term, you're going to take 4 minus 1, which is 3, which is the third term, which is 90. You're going to add 20 to that, and you're going to get 110. Okay, it's not difficult, but if you don't understand what the equation is asking you to do. So basically, they're telling you that 20 is the common difference, and you're adding 20 to each previous term to get your 6 numbers in your sequence. 4 is just dealing with some fractions. So in example 4, your first term is 1/4. And your common difference is negative 3/4. So what's 1/4 plus negative 3/4? Without using your calculator. Negative 1/2. What's negative 1/2 plus 3/4? Well, you're going to think of negative 1/2 as negative 2/4. So negative 2/4 plus negative 3/4 is negative 5/4. Negative 5/4 plus negative 3/4 is negative 8/4, which is negative 2. Negative 2 plus negative 3/4 is negative 2 and 3/4 and negative 3/4. Negative 2 3/4 plus negative 3/4 is negative 2 6/4, which is really negative 3 1/2. Alright, last set of directions say find the indicated term of the arithmetic sequence when the first term, a sub 1, and the common difference d is given. Use the formula. Okay, so they're giving you a formula, a sub n. That could be the fourth term, that could be the fifth term. Whichever term that you're looking for, according to this formula, is equal to the first term, plus n, that's the number of term that you're looking for, minus 1 times the common difference. So in example 5, using that formula, what term are we looking for? Find the what? The 13th term. So we're looking for a sub 13. We need to know what the first term is. They've given us that the first term is 7. N is 13 because you're looking for the 13th term. So n is 13. So you'll have 13 minus 1. And they're telling you that your common difference is 4. So knowing the first term and the common difference, we can use this formula to find the 1000th term in the sequence. Okay, they're just wanting to know the 13th term. So the 13th term is equal to the first term plus 13 minus 1 times the common difference. So that would be 12. 12 times 4 would be 48. The 13th term would be equal to 7 plus 48, which would be 55. What's another way to get 55? What's a 6th grade way to get 55? Just start with 7 and keep adding 4 until you get to the 13th term. If you have time for that, you can do that. If you have a formula, you can use the formula. Example 6 is asking us for the 60th term. So I don't know if I want to write 60 terms out, so I think I would prefer the formula for example 6. I might write them out for example 5, but not for example 6. If I'm looking for the 60th term, I take the first term, which they're telling me is negative 32. I add that to what? 60 minus 1. N is the number of term that I'm trying to find. So 60, the minus 1 is in the formula times the common difference of 5. So that's going to give you negative 32. That's 59 times 5. I can't do that without a calculator. Maybe I can. 295. 295 plus negative 32 would give me a 60th term of 263. So I would definitely want a formula for something like example 6. Alright, your homework tonight is 1 through 22 all. I don't usually assign all of them, but this is not that difficult of content. So 969, 1 through 22 all. I'll give you the answers tomorrow to the evens because I know that you do not have that.